Oh, I hit the other ship. Go forward a little bit here. The other ship is like launching into the air. Hey everyone, and welcome. Dark Skye here, and today we are back in Space Engineers 2. It's a space engineering and exploration sandbox where you design and build ships, stations, and planetary bases in a fully destructible universe. The Almagest system has a way of taking everything you thought you had and replacing it with something you never knew existed. Now let's get into this. Let's get started. So you can see that I got my base going here and expanded it. Now this originally I had the base over here that was on this this asteroid during our last thing, and you can see I kind of took it apart because, well, I not only did I look on the community sites for the game, but I also found that when I tried to add stuff to it, like if I wanted to add a light, if I clicked on this, see, I'd see the unauthorized action. You don't have permission to perform this block placement operation of the target grid. So I couldn't upgrade anything on the base. So I had to go and make my own base. So I put it over here. I had to get it a little ways away from this because it kept saying that it wouldn't allow me to build, even with it being a little ways away. So I put it totally on this other rock out here. So I'm sitting on this this little asteroid, and so I built it up, and I took some copies of the buildings and kind of redid them, kind of just tweaked some things. You can see that the layout in here is pretty much the same, but I did like change a few things up, and it turned out I had to get to do a copy. I had to do a blueprint of this reactor because I don't have reactors in my stuff that I can make. Also, it was the same thing with this big storage unit. I had to do a blueprint of it to be able to put this storage unit here on my base, because I don't have this the ability to be able to make this item yet. So yeah, so I got this up, and I got some this base over here, and then I had to remake the ship. So this ship here is the one that came from the base over there, where you couldn't build stuff. Well, it turns out it's the same thing on this ship here too. Even on the ship, it has the unauthorized action where I can't build anything on the ship no matter where I place it. But so I had to recreate the ship, and you can see I put the lights on and everything like that because this one doesn't have lights. And I noticed that when I was trying to mine, and if I'm going into say like a dark area here, it was so dark you couldn't even like see what you were doing. So I wanted to put lights. I got some lights around on the outside of the ship and everything like that, and I modified it a little bit to you know, kind of work for me. So I recreated the ship here. This ship here is still the same one, but at least I'm able to modify this one if I wanted to. Like I said, I couldn't modify the base down there. I couldn't do anything with that ship down over there. So they said that when you leave the system and then you come back, that these bases that you you know, visited during the campaign and everything like that, they just kind of disappear. Like all the stuff will disappear. So you don't want to make your base on the same base that that you find during the quest lines and all that, because when you leave the area, so like not just this, but I mean leave the whole region, and you go like to this region here, and then you come back to this region, a lot of these bases that that you did for these missions, they'll be gone. They'll be, you know, they'll disappear. So you want to make sure that you make your own base and get it all set up. So that's what we got going on here. So now what I want to do is we need to go to, where is it, over here. So we got an active contract. We have to, a new manufacturing facility is needed to expand colonization efforts, locate the site, and complete its construction. So I'm not exactly sure what kind of construction it has, or what resources I need to bring. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just go over there, we'll check it out, see what kind of stuff we got to do. I have a few resources here. I think what I'll do is I'll bring over maybe some plate. Now, one of the other things I've been wanting to do is, you can see that I put up a railing right here, but I want to put up a railing more on this side. I noticed that the game, it runs a little laggy. And I think it's just because, you know, it's in alpha right now. It's not totally optimized. So it's a little bit laggy, and I just don't want to fall off my own base. So I've been putting up these little railings so that way keep me from falling off the base while I'm running. Especially right here, I'm thinking, yeah, it'd be a good idea. And you can see that down here, I was working on putting down a conveyor belt, or a conveyor system, not a conveyor belt, so that I can set up. I want to set up a little base or something, or not a little base, but a little platform. I want to set up a little platform over here and set up for the hydrogen. So that way I can be able to refuel my my main ship here, because my main ship is off of hydrogen. You can see down here in the lower right hand corner, you see my hydrogen. I'm at about 94%, so I'm still pretty good. Batteries at 90%. Not really. I guess I could make sure that it's fully charged, but it's not too bad. Now, one of the other things I found out, and I found that this is really interesting, is you can take out this power module, right? So if you take out that power module and you look, now you can see down here in the lower right hand corner, my battery's at 0%. Because I just took the battery out. Now, if I take this 90, so I have a bunch of these little power modules, and you can see that this one here is at like 99, this one's at 30, this one's 100. Let's take this 100, and I'll put this 89 down here. And then, so I can take this 100, and I can slap this 100 in here. Now I get in. Now you can see down here in the lower right hand corner of my screen, you can see that my battery is at 100%. So I can just swap out batteries. I don't have to like try to get the vehicle to charge itself. I can just switch out the battery, or I could even bring batteries with me, and then that way I could just swap out the batteries as I see fit. So neat. I love this part. I mean, man, space engineers, they definitely have thought about the specifics on this one, because you couldn't do this in the first one, but in this one here, we got these batteries, and with these we can look to see this one's at like 49%. So I could go on here. If I look at this one, let's see, if I look at this one here, this one's at like 50%. So we could actually set up like a couple more batteries and have these just holding the power from the sun that we get from the solar panels. And then we could have these ones set up, and we just cycle these batteries out and get all the batteries to 100%. And then that way, when we go to, I don't know, where we're going to go, we'll go mining, go out on some expedition or whatnot, we could bring a stack of batteries with us, and we could go with, you know, anywhere, you know, and then, you know, sky's the limit at that point. Now, for this ship, I mean, being it's hydrogen, it means I'm going to need hydrogen, which I can't exactly just carry hydrogen with me, but it does have H2 component that's on it that it changes ice into hydrogen, and then it has a tank that holds all the hydrogen, which is why it shows down here in the lower right of the screen, it shows my hydrogen's at 94%. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I still had to have to look around for ice, but other than that, I mean, all I have to do is just swap out the batteries. Now, do I have a battery on me? No, I don't. Now, and the other thing is I can't see the base. So if you look at the grid, all I can see is the connector. It's because I don't, if you look down here, I don't have the conveyor made yet. It's just a ghost. So once I get that made, then I'll be able to connect to the rest of the base, and I could just pull stuff from the ship into the inventory. So that'll be nice once I get that set up. And let's head off to see what this place has for us. So we're going to go over here to this active contract, and we're going to see what it requires. I mean, it might require more of the resources than we have, and that's easy enough because it's only 40 kilometers away, so we can go back and pick up whatever resources we need. Who knows, we might be able to make the machines while we're there, and then we, as long as they have some resources nearby, then we should be able to make everything. Okay, we're getting closer now. It looks like that they have another miner here. It looks like they got a bunch of resources. I'm currently turning my dampeners on so I'm slowing down. I'm about 6 kilometers out, getting closer. Looks like there's a bunch of asteroids here, which will make it great if we have to go and get more resources or anything. New discovery. You found the Viridian Halo. What is that, a ship? Ooh, look at that. Like a little base there on the side of this thing here. All kinds of resources out here, so that's pretty sweet. Wow, so I get to redo like basically the whole base from the looks of it. Finish constructing the living and manufacturing modules, mine nearby asteroids, search unknown signals for resources, and trade with sector stations to acquire the required resources. Oh, I hit the other ship. Go forward a little bit here. The other ship is like launching into the air. Apparently it wasn't being held down very well. This one's slowly floating away. Let me see if we can't fix this bad boy. It's a bummer it's floating away. It's too bad that they didn't have it connected to the base or something. It looks like it's not just me it's floating away. It looks like the whole maybe it's the asteroid that's floating away. Because I was just next to my ship and then I started floating away from the ship. Oh, it's got a little bit of battery left. Good. Let's get it back down to the surface. Hold down the Alt button and then use the mouse wheel, and we can kind of pull it away from the ship from being so close to us. Well, that looks better. At least we have it down here where we can control it a little bit better. Now we need a compressor, we need some gold thread, we need ion chambers. I don't think I brought any of those with me. Yeah, I didn't bring any of that. I do have the gold thread though. So let's see if we can't build something here. So we got some cargo containers, it looks like here. We got, oh, big old battery here. This one here is a gravity generator. That'd be nice to have. But we need to get the smelter up. If we can get this smelter up online, then we should be able to get some resources together and go from there. Might just have to go and grab some raw resources to finish up these motors. It looks like iron, silicon, and nickel is something we need. Just so happens there's some iron over there and there's nickel up there. All right, so we have all the resources kind of near us, so that's good. So what's down in this? Oh, there's another ship right here. Oh, there's the miner. Oh, nice. Okay, let's see if we can't get this smelter together. Now the smelter is going to need power. Oh, I need stuff to connect it to. So we got to do this here, work it up to this point. There we go. All right, now we can do the solar panel. Ooh, at least we got it functional. Is it functional enough to power that? No. And of course, where's the sun? Did the sun leave just as I needed it? So we have kind of a miniature base right here to work with that we need to work, get everything back together. Module A and Module B construction blocks. Okay. I noticed that the sun seems to go in a circle. I'm not sure if the sun goes in a circle or if it's an asteroid going in a circle. Oh, we need some heavy duty plate, lead bars, motherboard. I have all that back on my other base too. Cannot use raw resources for this. Oh, that's a bummer. So we have to make it with the lead bar and the motherboard, which means I need to get this little bugger up. So I just got to get this machine functional. That's my only thing right now. So it looks like I need some gold thread. I need a silicon and a nickel now. This thing is functional now. It just gotta get some power to this stuff. I wonder if I can just make a little battery for it. Okay, so we ran back to the base, picked up a few things. So let's see if we can't get this underway now. Well, at least it's functional. The power is all online now. What is this we have? This is an ore detector. Oh, that's a weird spot. At least these two are all connected here, so now we should be able to make our resources and everything, and be able to go from there. Now, let me see here. We need to go. Looks like we got 10 of 88 things done. So we need to get this stuff taken care of here first. It looks like when it's a like a ghost like this, it says 11 of 88, but as soon as I turn it into the piece there, like I could just be like that, even if it's incomplete. I could use that and then just go through and key all this up, and it will count it as if it's already done. I'm already at 65 of 88. I mean, I'm almost practically done, and I haven't even really put anything together on this. What's that put me at? 73 of 88. So I pretty much have most of it put together. What am I missing? So I'm at 75 of 88. So I got two more. That would only put me at like about 77 out of 88. That means I got 11 more items. What's the 11 items? Is they counting this? No, that's a different one. That's 1 of 110. All right, so I got most of the roof done on this. Let's see. Let's go inside, see if there's anything inside we missed. Okay, we're at 84 out of 110. What are we missing? All right, so I ended up making some reactor cores here. I made a little too many, but I have a spot that I ran into when I was out exploring. I found an asteroid that had lead on it, and so that was all I needed to be able to make the. Oh, I need to make gravity cores. Oh, I thought it was reactor cores. Darn it. All right, well, let's see here. What does it require to make gravity cores? Can I make those? I cannot. No, maybe the doors are part of the construction blocks that we have to finish. Let's see, 93. 94, yeah. So we have to finish the doors. So 94, 95. Cool. The chairs. But I brought it up to 96, so I'll have to do this other chair. There's 97. Probably the Geoforge. Tables weren't doing it. These are incomplete. It's the ones that say that they are non-functional, I think, are the ones we have to complete. Just got to make it functional and then it'll count. There we go. 103. Oh, gotta remember the lights. Just gotta figure out where the last one is. We just need one item. I mean, it's got to be a light or something, I imagine. I bet you there's a light around here. I'm just missing it. We find that last light. Ooh, it's the bed. Okay. There we go. Completed. All right. So we got 3 more in the other building over here. I know one of them's got to be... Ooh, it's kind of trippy. So one of them is this thing here. It says gravity unit, which we're going to need to get a gravity core for. But the other one should probably just be these lights. I know there's some... Oh, here's a light right here. $187 out of 88. I just need one more. So I do have a one of these little gravity things back in my base. So what I could do is I could run back, take the gravity thing apart, put the gravity thing back in here, and then once it's completed, once the mission's complete, then I just take the gravity thing back out and put it back in my base. So the other thing I'd like to do is that we have this welder down here. It's basically the same thing as that thing. It's just that it has a welder on it, but I think what I want to do is want to copy this. So we're going to hit G and we're going to go to blueprints, and you can see that I have a few blueprints already. But I'm going to do is a blueprint here, and then you can see that there's like a little gold thing that's kind of around the ship, so that way you know that that's what you're looking at. So let's grab that one. There we go. And so yeah, I'm just gonna keep that as like that, and then when I make it, then I'll make it, then I'll change out what I like and what I don't like, and then I'll resave it again. I like to save it with some lights on the front, so that way I can see where I'm going. All right, so here we are. We're back, and we're gonna just install these gravity cores now into the gravity generator. And there we go. Completed. I don't know if I can take this back or not. Maybe now I can. Oh no, let's see.
Inventory full.
All right, so I got my 3 cores back. It should be good. Yep, I got the cores back. Now, I already got the pictures for both the miner, and I got the welder now. I wouldn't mind getting one for the other type of resource, or not resource, but the other type of ship, which would be the grinder would be nice. And that way we could take apart ships and stuff, especially like these ones here, and then we could take all of the resources back. But let's head back to the validation station to turn this in, and then once we get it turned in, then we'll see what our next mission's gonna be. I'm curious. All right, looks like we're gonna come in landing here into the terminal, and then we're gonna go check out to see what our next mission of this is. It's always a good idea to make sure that you GPS some of those other bases and everything like that, so you have something to come back to, and then you know, gather resources if you happen to be short on some of the other missions, or maybe even on your base itself. Boy, it just, you hit that P when it's right over the top like that, and it just It sucks it right down to the ground. It's just funny. All right, let's see here. Now we got to head over here and we're gonna talk to this. Oh, I should empty out my inventory a little bit, so if I can get some of the resources off of this, because we do have a lot of rewards, especially our last rewards. I forgot to pick those up, so we got a little bit of rewards to pick up. All right, so we finished this, the industrial foothold. We'll complete that. And now we just unlocked our production blocks tier 1. So I don't know what we got in that, but we'll definitely have to check to see what new blocks we ended up uncovering. And then what's our next one? Oh, it looks like we got 2 of them. We are currently at 45%. It looks like this one will do 10. This one will do 5. So this would put it at 50, and then that would be 60, and then we would unlock both of these. So we are pretty much got most of this region done. So I'm curious to see what the next region is going to hold. So let's accept this one. Can I accept this one too? I cannot. All right, so we got this one here. Looks like it's going to be a good one. Yeah, this one only had the one. So this one here has production blocks tier 1 and space movement tier 1 that's going to unlock. We get steel plate, we get motors, we get compressors, 250 credits, and the sector progress is going to be 10%. So pretty sweet. Looks like we're going to need some steel plate, glass, heavy duty plate, ion chambers, and 3 gravity cores. So I guess I might as well not even put my gravity cores down unless I can make gravity cores now after that last update. Now let's look to see what we got. What is the new stuff that we just unlocked? It looks like it's down in the tools section again. I don't see anything new. It said that there was going to be something new that we were going to unlock, but I don't see anything new down there. Maybe we can make more resources or something. I don't know. We'll have to go back and look to see if we can, back at our base, and see if there is anything else that we can make. But yeah, I think that is going to do us for today. Appreciate you guys coming along and joining me. We're going to definitely be hitting up this next objective here. Objective 1, the salvage components. A damaged renegade ship is located in a salvage yard. Grind down the listed components and deposit them in the designated storage. Oh, so there's 3 more gravity cores on this new ship. Ooh, nice. Okay, I might be able to use that for something else. I imagine especially if I decide to make like a big ship or something like that. We'll definitely be able to use those resources. That'll be super nice, but we'll definitely be doing that on the next episode. You do not want to miss that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you never miss any of my streams or my videos as they come out. I try to stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then I usually don't put any videos out on those days, but the rest of them I usually do. So definitely look out for that. Smash that like button if you've been enjoying the content so far. It helps with my algorithm as well as the channel, so I'd really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on our next video. You take care now, and bye-bye.